Bill and Ted is about, well, it's about Bill and Ted, and they're two lads who are trying to start a band. They don't actually know how to play any instruments, but they still want to start a band. But I think it was Ted, Keanu Reeves' father, says if you like, he predicts that they're going to fail their history exam, which is tomorrow, because they're both kind of they're idiots and they're going to fail their exam. And he said, if you fail your exam, I am sending you off to military school or camp. I don't know exactly. Is one of them, and if that happens, the band is broken up. And because of that, someone has been sent back from the future to give them a time machine so they can go back in time and learn about all these historical figures. Which I thought, okay, the premise seems okay. It seems like a fun, kind of a fresh idea. So I went into it not really knowing much. All I knew about this movie was Keanu Reeves. There's a sequel coming out, and that a lot of people love this movie. So going in not knowing really anything, leaving the movie, I think it's complete crap. I do not like this movie at all. I didn't think it was funny. It's meant to be a comedy, and I didn't laugh one single time. I was actually looking like, okay, have I laughed at all? And I didn't. I don't know what the comedy. It's very simple comedy, and these are two idiots. Like if you look at comedies like Dumb and Dumber, which I actually think is very funny. Dumb and Dumber is a very funny comedy about two idiots, but I think this one didn't work. And I think the time travel element was something they could have done so brilliantly, but it didn't really work in a way. So they're going through time. Instead of learning about these people, they decide they're going to take these people from history, bring them to their time, and then get them to explain the whole history of their time to people in a big kind of concert format. Which, in a way, it's a fun idea. It's a different idea for these two college or secondary, I don't know what they are, high school students, to do something like that. It's a fun, different, unique idea that probably will do really well. But the whole element of the way they go about it, I just kind of found really stupid. They kind of montage going through all these different time periods and just stealing people. And then, even though we go through time a lot, we also spend like a good portion of the movie in modern time, because it's an hour and a half long, and I'd say we spent probably about a half an hour to 45 minutes within the modern time. We see them go to the mall, we see them go to a big kind of water park, and a lot of it, it's just I couldn't get into this movie at all. I didn't really laugh whatsoever within this movie. And in all honesty, I was kind of bored. This movie really could not keep my attention for this throughout this runtime at all. And the cast, as I said, Keanu Reeves is in this movie, which is really weird to see Keanu Reeves, who is like John Wick, like killing people now. The way he is in this movie, it's really weird. He doesn't even look like him. He doesn't act like him. So the way he is in this movie, it's just really weird. I'm actually kind of interested now to see the sequel, because this man, it's Keanu Reeves. He looks like John Wick all the time now. So to see what he's going like John Wick acting this way, I'm actually really interested to see how that whole kind of situation plays out, because as far as I know, the sequel is coming out some point this year. We also have Alex Winter. I'm not really familiar with him. Maybe if I looked into him more, I would have seen him in a few things, but just seeing his name and seeing his face in this movie, I don't actually recognize him for anything. But don't really know. I think he's fine. Keanu Reeves is fine in this movie. They're both okay, but the good thing about the two of them is the two of them together, their actual relationship is really believable, and the chemistry the two of them have on screen together, it's probably one of the best parts about this movie. And even though I wasn't really a fan of the movie overall, I thought their chemistry 100% saved the movie for me, and it kind of stopped it from being complete garbage, because it just seemed like these two were having so much fun on set as well. It seems like these two actual characters were having so much fun going about everything they're going about through, which I think in essence that was the only thing I actually enjoyed about this movie. It is a time travel movie, and for some really stupid kind of reason, they have to be back by a certain time, and I don't understand why they have to be back by a certain time, because they do have a time machine, and they keep going, okay, we only have 2 hours left, we've got 1 hour left. You know, you got a time machine, you could just go back another hour and give yourself the extra time, which I don't know if there's a reason behind it, because they never really explained why they couldn't go back. I don't know if they explained it, because I know there's another sequel, I don't know, but the whole element of them kind of rushing, constantly rushing, I just didn't really enjoy that element of this movie. So I think that kind of time travel movies, they can be hard, but I think this, as a time travel movie, this kind of failed. So in summary, Bill and Ted is not a movie for me personally. I know everyone kind of goes on about how great this movie is. I have heard a lot of people saying it's really good. I've seen it's like on 79%, I think it was, on Rotten Tomatoes. It is kind of a cult classic, but for me personally, I really didn't enjoy it. I don't mind that I actually bought the Blu-ray. It was only about €4 or €5. I only picked it up just because I knew the sequel was coming out this year, so I kind of wanted to familiarize myself with these characters. I will probably watch the second sequel more I'm probably watch it closer to the release of the second or the third one, but I don't like. I think if I enjoy this one more, maybe I'd watch the second one like this week or so. But because I didn't really, I might just wait until the new movie comes out to watch the second one. So if you actually have seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments down below. Click the subscribe button so you can go back next time I do a movie review. I talk about The Walking Dead all the time too, so if you like all that kind of stuff as well, click the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.